back to another episode of the MonkeyBoy Presents the DC Comics Superhero Collection. And today I'm very pleased to bring you an issue I personally had been waiting for a while. Wonder Woman, issue number 8. Why it took me this long to get to her, I'm still not really sure, although we've had some really nice issues before her. She is outstanding, as you're about to see. She's the first female in the line, as it should be, since she is the first lady of DC Comics. And we're going to go right into this. First, the magazine, as always, giving you everything you need to know about the character, followed up with a quick review of the figure itself, giving you the good, the bad, and the ugly. We may not even cover the ugly on this one, though, because there's really not a whole lot ugly about Wonder Woman. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The DC Comics Superhero Collection, issue number 8. Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman has probably one of the most unique origin stories out of all of the DCU. It's definitely one of the most mythologically based. Basically, she's the daughter of the Queen of the Amazons. Because of their devotion, they were kind of granted immortality, but they couldn't have kids, and there were no men. So the Queen, Hippolyta, longed to have a kid. She fashioned this baby out of clay and prayed to the gods to give her a child, and lo and behold, they made the clay real. It became her daughter. She named it Diana, and as the child grew, she had these powers and abilities the other Amazons didn't have. So years go by, Diana's getting restless, she wants to see what else is out there, and lo and behold, the plane crashes on the island with a U.S. Air Force pilot on board. It's a fighter jet. The other Amazons want to kill him at first because they're afraid he'll reveal where they are, and Diana talks them down and says, listen, I'll take him back and then I'll come home. We can set the example here, we're better than these, this world of men and everything. So the Queen agrees but won't let Diana go, has a contest to find who among them is worthy. Diana secretly enters by concealing her identity, wearing armor and a mask and that sort of thing. Wins, beats everybody else. The Queen says that this person is going to go, gives her these gifts, the tiara, her bracelets, so on and so forth. And then Diana reveals herself. The Queen, of course, is stunned, but she's stuck because the Queen's word is law. And that's how Wonder Woman was born, basically. The next section tells us a little bit more about some of her villains, including Cheetah and the evil demon known as Neuron, who killed her for a brief while. Nothing like the death of Superman, but still. We also learn about the two incarnations of her protege, known as Wonder Girl. The first one, of course, being Donna Troy, who was a founding member of the Teen Titans. And the current Wonder Girl, Cassie Sandsmark. The next couple of pages discuss the fact that Diana Prince is not the first Wonder Woman. Her mother, Queen Hippolyta, was actually the first Wonder Woman. This is the Wonder Woman that was depicted in all the Golden Age comic books, who fought with the Justice Society of America and in World War II. Learn about how Hippolyta sacrificed herself to save the planet from the evil Imperiacs, but lost her life, and the Amazons lost their home of the Mascara as well and had to find a new place to live. Yet despite this, she continued to be an ambassador for the United Nations, spreading a message of peace. That is until Maxwell Lord showed up. Now, Maxwell Lord used to be an ally of the Justice League's. Turns out, though, the whole time he was actually plotting against them, and now he's controlling Superman mentally. So Diana steps in the end and snaps his neck, and for this, she is kicked out of the Justice League. It was a split decision, though. It actually broke up the Justice League temporarily. Takes the breakup of the Justice League pretty hard, even though she did the right thing, and gives up the role of Wonder Woman, feeling a little unworthy of it. So she joins the Department of Metahuman Affairs as human Diana Prince, working undercover. She sort of adopts a Clark Kent-esque disguise for herself, and Donna Troy takes over as Wonder Woman for a little while. The next thing she knows, the Amazons are attacking Washington, D.C. She fights against them. The Justice League reunites to turn the tides. She finds out that the Amazons were actually being manipulated by the evil Granny Goodness from Apocalypse, who works for Darkseid. And they end up winning in the end, though. The Amazons come to their senses, and they fight back against the evil people that have been manipulating them. And we find the Justice League sort of being reborn, and Wonder Woman taking back her role. Donna Troy goes back to being Donna Troy, and all is right with the world. In the next section, we're treated to 3 of Diana's most classic stories. The first classic is entitled Sacrifice, and while it's technically a Superman storyline, it had major ramifications for Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman confronts Lord, ties him up with a lasso, finds out he's never going to stop, and does the only thing that she can do, which is kill him. She snaps his neck. It caused the Justice League to break up temporarily. It caused her to give up the mantle of Wonder Woman and join the Metahuman Affairs Department for the American government. And it sort of put a dark spot in the public's mind on superheroes for a little while. The next storyline is entitled Who is Wonder Woman? And this chronicled Diana's year in exile. This was after she gave up the role of Wonder Woman, and it follows her while she worked for the Department of Metahuman Affairs as Diana Prince. It also follows Donna Troy as Wonder Woman. The final tale is entitled Love and Murder and was written by best-selling author Jodi Picoult, who joined the Wonder Woman title as one of the character's first ever female writers, if you can believe that. And she did something unique. Instead of exploring Wonder Woman's heroic identity, she viewed the character from Diana Prince's sort of point of view, which was very unique for the character. This also marked the return of Diana Prince, taking back the mantle of Wonder Woman, and the attack by the Amazons on Washington, D.C. Woman's Allies and Enemies section, we get a nice little grab bag of friend and foe. Wonder Woman's Iconography section details her Amazonian weapons, including her lasso of truth, her bracelets, the famous invisible jet, and a number of the other weapons in her arsenal. Finally, in the original thinking section, we have Paradise Island, and primarily it deals with New Themyscira. This is the new home of the Amazons after old Themyscira was lost during the war with Imperiex. Wonder Woman, and this figure is absolutely gorgeous. It really is. The detail is amazing, and the thing that I love best about this is they made her look strong but still very feminine at the same time. I love the pose, I love the lasso, I love that it's not attached to her hip, that she's actually holding it and stretching it out, and it's a separate piece. It's not connected to her waist. It's a solid little separate piece, so it's really nice. The details all the way around are impressive. I love the detailing on the bodice. Like, it actually looks almost as though it's kind of armored with that pleating and everything. Yeah, I mean, everything about it is great. Her hair and her face especially is really nice. She almost sort of looks like a Monica Bellucci, I guess, a little bit in the face, sort of. But she has, blue eyes, and the lipstick, and the tiara, and everything. It's just a great job on her. Really fantastic. Took him a while to get to her, but it was worth the wait. It really was. I also like how her feet, her one foot isn't touching at all. It's like up off the ground. It's really cool. Just nice little details all over the place. Anyway, more pictures coming up. Wonder Woman stands atop the DC logo, and on the underside of the base is her name and serial number. And it's nice to finally be able to take a picture of the big 3. What else can you say really about this figure? It's fantastic. The level of detail is great. The sculpt is awesome. The fact that they made her look gorgeous is astounding when you consider the scale. I mean, for them to be able to make her look so gorgeous on such a small scale is really impressive. And props for not sticking the lasso on her hip. Again, that could have been such an easy thing to do, and instead they have her holding it, and not just holding it, it's outstretched. It's great. Everything about this figure, the color scheme, the paint job, the application, the gold for the lasso, the W's on the chest plate, the little star on her tiara, everything, the waviness in her hair, it's great. Love that her one foot is raised off the stand. There's nothing bad about this figure. There's nothing ugly about this figure. Those categories are out the window for her. I will say, however, real quick, I have seen some other Wonder Women, and they are not as pretty in the face as this one, so if you are picky, you want to look at that first. Also, I have heard reports of the lasso being broken in some spots. It is soft lead, so it can be broken if you're not careful with it. Other than that, though, it's a stunning figure. You just have to look before you buy. Really, overall, great figure. If you love DC Comics, you need to have this one in your collection. It's outstanding. Even if you're not a fan of Wonder Woman, you gotta have her. I mean, come on, you gotta have her. It's Wonder Woman. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for tuning in yet again. Stay tuned for a quick trailer of the next figure. It's our very first special edition figure. You're going to see why these are the special edition figures. They're great. Really looking forward to it, everybody. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time.